What I usually like to do in the morning before heading out to take pictures is to kind of visualize 1 or 2 images in my head before heading out. For me, that gets the creative process going, and it helps me to look for images similar or kind of in the same ballpark I've visualized in my head before heading out. And that's a little trick that works really well for me. And today I've done that. I've visualized an image, and that image is kind of high up. It's the sunrise through a forest and with morning mist around it. So it's kind of way up there. So if I'm really lucky, I will get it, but I won't get my hopes up. But the thing is, that forest through the morning light, that kind of gets my mind to work. So I'll keep working on that idea. So I've traveled to the only place I know where there's a direct view towards the rising sun with the forest in the foreground and ocean, which is almost the place where I was a couple of weeks back. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look around and see if I can find a spot which is suitable for my idea. Ooh, it's warm today. I think I overdressed. Traversing this forest in the dark was slightly more harder than I thought, and I think I found a composition that works. So I'm just waiting for the sun to come up now. It's any minute, and I'm shooting directly through the trees, and I focused on the trees. f13 25th of a second, ISO 200 and a 2-second timer, not to introduce camera shakiness. I couldn't make it work further inside the forest, but I think this works pretty good. And I'm really happy with the shape of this image. I get the rising sun right in the middle of these beautiful trees. I love the shape of the trees that kind of forms a triangle and engulfs the morning sun. Cup of coffee, waiting for the rising sun. House of the rising sun. Alright, here we go. Wouldn't you know it, I changed compositions because I was done with the triangle shot, and I found this little tree here on the edge overlooking the rising sun, and I thought that's a good subject. So I set up down here, and I'm gonna bracket my exposures because it's an impossible shot to do otherwise. So here we go, 3 pictures. Mornings like these are quite rare on this island. It's completely quiet, it's no wind, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I found this kind of bent over tree which bathes in the morning light, and it is cloth in moss, which is quite beautiful. I love the green color. Really vibrant green, and the rising morning sun, as you can see, it's straight in my face, and it kind of washes the tree clean with its light. So in order to capture this scene, I need to bracket my exposures yet again. So I'm shooting 3 images, 1 dark, 1 in the middle, and 1 slightly above normal. Shooting in vertical, focused 1/3 into the image. I think I am on f8. If I remember correctly, let's see, F9, and yeah, let's just do it. What a morning. Walking around in the forest in the morning light is a magical feeling. It's so quiet sometimes. You can hear birds just taking flight when you startle them in the forest, and you just never know what you're gonna find. That's the beauty of exploring new places. You just don't know what you're gonna get, and you get completely surprised sometimes. It catches you completely off guard, and I love that feeling, that thrilling feeling of discovery. I think I got some interesting pictures. I'm never really that sure until I get home to see it on the big screen, but the general feeling today is good. And that's not always the case. But today that is the case, and I'm happy for that. I'm happy it is so. Yeah, let me know in the comments what your favorite picture is from today's trip, and I'll bid you all adieu, and I'll see you in about a week. Take care of each other, and like and subscribe if you haven't already, and take care. Cheers. Some of you have already guessed probably what I'm doing here, but for those of you who don't know, I'm shooting a time-lapse of my orchid. And one of the buds have already bloomed, and I did that one first, but I've changed up a bit, and I'm doing the second bud now. So what I'm doing is that I started using the 12 to 30 millimeter kit lens from the GH4, and I changed lenses. So now I'm using the macro lens, the 60 millimeter fixed lens, and I've changed position of the orchid, and I've placed it further under light in hopes to get a more constant light. Also, I have my GH4 in aperture mode, so the camera will always strive to get the aperture that I've set. So the darker it gets, the more the shutter speed will decrease, and the brighter it gets, the shutter speed will increase to get the perfect exposure for my aperture that I've set. And I have set the aperture to 7.1 because I want a wider focus area on my macro lens. Previously I had 2.8, and I noticed that after the bud has sprung the first time, I didn't get the inside in focus. So now I'm really hoping that the flower inside will be in focus when this bud opens, which is any day now, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. And I'm really, really looking forward to see the end result, because this is quite exciting. I started taking pictures with a 25-minute interval, and I noticed that that was too slow. So I bumped it up to 1 picture every 15 minutes, and then right now I'm doing 1 picture every 10th minute. So I think that is the best time so far. So this is quite exciting. The video is done. I had 2 buds bloom on me, and I think I got them both. So I'm very, very curious to see how it turned out now. And here's the finished result.